Well, it is going to get a lot milder across western New York, and it's actually good news because we've had some really up and down temperatures over the past week or so. We've had a lot of wind, we've had a lot of rain, we had that shot of colder air. So this is going to be a welcome change for pretty much everybody across western New York because temperatures are going to be climbing into the 50s, the 60s, in some areas even kissing the 70-degree mark. So that's what you have to look forward to. Unfortunately, we have to make a deal in terms of what you get with the 70-degree component. There's rain, there's wind, but all in all, it will be very mild. So here are the temperatures over the next 5 days. Average high should be 48 degrees. So we have a really nice chunk of the week that's going to be above average. The 71 certainly stands out. Again, it's warm, but it's not the type of warm that really makes it a great outdoors day per se. But you'll notice that the heat definitely starts to kind of build in, and it may actually feel a little humid for a hot second. Right now, we're tracking the temperatures as we head into Sunday evening. Notice that temperatures actually warm up. So pick your spot on the map wherever you may be, Niagara Falls, Warsaw, Olean, Jamestown, or Dunkirk, even downtown, and watch the numbers just hold pretty steady. This is Monday morning at 4. We haven't seen a lot of changes here. So that's actually the warming trend we're keeping an eye on. By 6:30 on Monday morning, we're already in the upper 30s to low 40s. And we move this a little further into not even the lunch hour. We're already into the low 50s, so definitely milder air settling in as we head into the day on Monday. And temperatures will just waffle between the mid to low to mid 50s. But again, everybody by the 1 or 2 o'clock hour will have really nice conditions. So we're talking about warmer conditions in the southern tier, and then some low 50s for areas like Niagara Falls, over towards Lockport, Medina, Lindenville, Amherst. You're definitely not going to get this big bump that areas in the southern tier do, but still, it's a pretty comfortable day. We take you into tomorrow afternoon, and it will be a little cooler, but these are very mild evening temperatures. We're talking about the mid 40s for everybody by Monday evening. Not much of a concern there. We take you to Tuesday. And this is during the overnight. This is when some of that rain's going to work its way through, and it doesn't cool us down very much either, so it just kind of holds the line. So you may be able to give your furnace a break with these overnight lows. It will still be cold, but maybe you just toss on a few more blankets. But as we head into Tuesday afternoon, notice the warmth kind of creeps into the southern tier. So I would say that areas including Jamestown, Salamanca, Randolph, over towards Bradford, McKean, you have a better chance of getting into the mid to even upper 50s. But most areas are just going to be hovering right around that 50-degree mark. This model has the colder air kind of just locked in place. I do expect Buffalo to get close to the 50-degree mark, maybe 49 or 50 degrees. But again, we take all of this kind of in stride. We have to kind of put it all together with what we've been seeing in the trends and kind of deliver that message to you. So in terms of wind gusts, as we head towards Monday, you'll notice that the winds are out of the south. That does help bump temperatures up. So that's why we are getting into the low to mid 50s on Monday. You'll notice that as we head towards the afternoon, again, it is going to be mild, but it is going to be windy. Once again, those gusts could be as strong as 40 miles per hour, especially our classic area. So Buffalo, Amherst, Kenmore, Tonawanda, over towards Pendleton, Pembroke, out towards Medina, Holly. You're going to be dealing with those gusty conditions. We take you to Monday afternoon around the drive home. Still a little gusty at times, not so bad, but by Monday night, much calmer. And in terms of winds on Tuesday, not much of an issue here. We're not expecting a lot of wind on Tuesday. There will be some gusts at times, 15 miles an hour or so. That's really nothing that we are all that concerned about. It's really part of a typical day across western New York with those gusty conditions. But Wednesday, that's where those winds are going to pick up, and they'll be out of the south again. That's why we get up to those 70-degree readings. But again, here come the winds as we head towards Wednesday afternoon. It will be gusty for sure. Gusts could be near 40 miles per hour once again. And this is pretty consistent as we head towards Wednesday evening too. So future look shows us the clouds are back for tonight. We'll have pretty cloudy conditions as we head into Monday. You may not need the sunglasses as you head out the door on Monday morning, but if you head out during the late morning for lunch, you'll definitely need them. So just depends on your schedule, because we know a lot of folks are spending the week home with the kids, so maybe you'll need the sunglasses by the afternoon. But as you head back in for maybe the second half of the day, it does get a bit cloudier, and some of those rain showers do start to sneak in. So I'd say anytime after about 4 o'clock, some of that wet weather is starting to creep in. It's mainly in the southern tier. Notice from Allegheny County, so Alfred, Belfast, back towards areas like Machias, Ishiway, Salamanca, over towards Olean and Allegheny. You have the better chance of some of that rain shower activity, not eliminating the risk through the south towns in Wyoming County, but definitely the southern tier is going to pick up the bulk of the rain on Monday. That's why we're calling for evening rain showers. But then by the overnight on Tuesday, this starts to creep a little further north. There's a secondary piece that's going to work its way in. So you'll notice that this kind of starts to impact everybody across western New York during the overnight hours from Monday into Tuesday. And then Tuesday morning's commute looks like it's going to be a little soggy, but that rain is going to be dipping a little further south, and some of it just residual as we head into our day on Tuesday. So we're going to be tracking those showers. Tuesday really is going to be a kind of a scattered shower day once we get towards the afternoon. It's just the morning that is really kind of the key piece to watch. So we give you a wider shot of what we've been watching. So it's really this little band of rain that kind of works its way through on Tuesday. And then behind it, this is the low that we're watching in terms of our next weather maker. So it's going to build and kind of pick up in intensity. Once you see that counterclockwise flow, that's what's headed our way. And that low brings in the rain starting on Wednesday morning. And we just kind of keep this in place. Wednesday, it's windy. You see those lines are moving quite quickly. That's an indication of how gusty it is. And then also, well, the rain just sticks around. Take you to about 8:30 on Wednesday night. We're just encapsulated in green. Thursday, by about 12:30, we'll start to lose the rain. So it's a really big window of rain on Wednesday, a soggy day. And yes, that's the day that's into the upper 60s and low 70s. We take you to Thursday. Now, this is when conditions are going to get even better. Friday looks pretty nice in terms of breezy conditions. It will still be pretty windy, but we'll have a fair amount of sunshine. And as we head towards the weekend, it's actually looking pretty good right now, too. In terms of the temperature outlook, as we look ahead to April 8th, so that's next Saturday into the middle of next week, it looks like we're going to be dealing with near normal temperatures. So we've got this gray here. That means we have a chance at just average temperatures. We should be around the 50-degree mark by that point, but we're talking about big time heat for areas in the Pacific Northwest, along the west coast from Monterey and San Francisco down towards Los Angeles into the desert Southwest. And then it is going to be a little cooler for areas like the coastal Carolinas. So that's what you have to look forward to there. In terms of precipitation, finally a bit of a break for areas in the Sierras where it's been just so wet. They are expecting drier than average conditions as we head into this April 8th to 12th window. We're expecting near average rainfall, so we're not completely eliminating it, but we're not expecting big spikes or surges in that. And then it's going to be a little more wet as you head from Texas through the Florida, kind of Georgia border there and up towards the eastern seaboard. That's where things are going to be a little wetter. So the 7-day forecast looks like this. So we have mid-50s for Monday, and we're expecting it to be really quite mild all across western New York. And then Tuesday, it does get a little cooler, but not by much. And so we'll have some rain showers really primarily early in the morning. And then Wednesday, that is the real soaker of a day. There's that cold front that rolls on through, and it does cool us down for Thursday, but we're talking about decent temperatures still. Temperatures getting up to about 50. So that's not so bad because that's pretty much where we should be for this time of the year. A shot of cooler air on the way for Friday, and then next weekend looks actually quite nice. Saturday and Easter Sunday highlighted in lavender here. Very comfortable conditions, and it doesn't look like we're going to be dealing with any snow or rain for those Easter egg hunts. So I know that that's something you might be strategizing about right now. As we head into Monday, again, for the Southtowns and the southern tier, we have rain showers towards the evening, rain on Tuesday, rain on Wednesday, and then we head towards Thursday, Friday. Really calm conditions as we head in towards the second half of the work week, and then Saturday and Sunday actually look pretty nice all across western New York. So it's going to be an active start to the week, but then it is going to be a much quieter finish. And thanks for tuning in for a look at your extended forecast.